I have compiled a list of the 5 biggest summer storylines we will be talking about these next 3 months that I think are going to take up a lot of our airwaves. So a little prediction here looking forward of what to expect right here on the Infinity Sports Network over these next few weeks and months. Nico, let's get it started.
Number 5.
5th most talked about storyline we'll head on this summer. The quarterback battle between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. This battle, I think, is going to go all through the preseason. Right, this is not Russell Wilson's job. It's going to be competition. And I don't think at this point Russell Wilson is good enough to win that job early in camp. And I don't think Justin Fields is consistent enough to win that job early in camp. It's going to be back and forth. Russ with a good day, Fields with a bad day. Fields with a really good day, Russell with an A-OK day. I think these two guys, at this point, I think are, in Russ's case, for me, I think his career is done. Or he's on the other side of his career. I think he's washed up at this point. And Justin Fields right now, he has talent. He has to be put in the right position. I don't foresee right now that best position being Pittsburgh. So I think both quarterbacks are going to struggle, which is going to prolong this quarterback battle. And maybe you're thinking, well, Ryan, what are you talking about quarterback battle? They traded for Russell Wilson. They signed Russell Wilson first. So, of course, they're going to, make Russ the starter. Mike Tomlin in the past has talked about it being an open competition with Russell Wilson, let's say, having the early lead so far this offseason. And Justin Fields, this week at OTAs, talked about, well, he's coming in with one mindset and one mindset only.
I'm definitely, competing. I think, Russ knows that. We're competing against each other every day. Him being out there for me, that helps me getting better, us pushing each other. So, I definitely don't have the mindset of, me just, sitting all year. So, I'm coming in every day, giving it all I got, and, pushing him to be his best, and he's, pushing me to be my best each and every day.
He didn't go to Pittsburgh to sit. He's going to try to compete. I think we're going to get a competition that's going to last the entirety of training camp. I don't think Mike Tomlin's going to make his announcement of who the starters for the Steelers until after that 3rd preseason game, which means we're going to be talking a lot of QB battle. Who should the Steelers start? Who's looking better? Steelers quarterback battle. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. I think the 5th most popular summer storyline we will be hitting on this airwaves here in the next few months.
Number 4.
4th most talked about storyline is going to be who is the best fit alongside Anthony Edwards. We just talked about it before. Karl-Anthony Towns has proven, I think, this postseason, but in this series specifically, he is not good enough to help win you a championship. He can't be the co-star on a championship-winning team. And so if you're the Wolves, I think you have to look to trade Cat this offseason. He's just been abysmal in this Western Conference Finals. Can't hit a 3 to save his life. Really struggling to knock down shots. And he doesn't really bring a lot to the table when he's not hitting shots. At least Edwards, if Ant-Man is missing shots, he could give it to you on the defensive end of the floor. He can, get the offense going and be more of a pass-first guy instead of a shoot-first guy. We saw that in Game 7 specifically. He can lead to other areas of winning that is not just scoring the basketball. Karl-Anthony Towns can't do that. So he's not shooting and not hitting. He ain't contributing. If you're the Wolves, you just can't go into next year with, I would probably say, championship aspirations based on how well he did this year and the promise of Anthony Edwards going forward. You can't go into next year championship expectations with Cat number 2. You can't do it. He has proven that to you, and I think now we're going to be talking about a lot this summer once the Wolves are officially eliminated from the postseason. Who is the best fit alongside Cat? Kevin Durant, I'm just going to say this, name to watch out for. Right, his future is always unclear. And Kevin Durant is not a leader. All he wants to do is play basketball. And that is both a good thing and a bad thing. He's not really a distraction. All he does is want to play. But also, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to taking command, he doesn't do any of that stuff. He does not want to get his hands dirty. Anthony Edwards is the perfect leader where Kevin Durant can come to the team. It's still Ant's team, but Kevin Durant can fill the role of Cat, give you way more consistent scoring that Minnesota needs in order to get over the hump. And that'd be a good fit. But I think we're going to be talking about right now going forward this summer, a large part of the NBA of who can fit around Ant-Man, who should be that guy that the Wolves should put next to their rising star to give them the best chance to win a championship. Ant-Man's sidekick, fourth most popular, most important summer storyline we'll be hitting.
Number 3.
The contract statuses, this is a little 2-for-1 here, of Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Jefferson. Neither the Vikings nor the Dolphins seem to be in any rush to get their guy locked up. I think in the case of Minnesota, that's confounding to me. It makes no sense whatsoever because it's obvious. Justin Jefferson, if you don't think he's the best receiver in the NFL, he is bare minimum, or I should say at worst, the third best receiver in the NFL. He is one of the best young studs at receiver the NFL has. There is no reason why Minnesota should not pay him. Like, there's not one thing you could tell me, oh, yeah, that would be a bad deal if they gave him record-setting money. The guy's worth it. He is consistent. He is elite. So that just makes it, I think, more of a storyline when we go into the summertime of just like, well, why isn't Minnesota doing this? Why are the Vikings seemingly just content with Justin Jefferson playing out his rookie deal? Why aren't they motivated to sign the best receiver in the game, especially when you have right now a rookie quarterback in J.J. McCarthy? You're hoping to be your franchise guy going forward. Jefferson not being on the field hurts McCarthy. What are you playing this game for? And that's it makes it even more confusing when Kevin O'Connell recently, just a few weeks ago on the Up and Adams show, he at least exuded confidence like a deal's going to get done. Take a listen.
I know everything's going to get worked out there. Justin knows, the love and admiration that I have for him. And he knows he's such a big part of what we do around here. And that's on the field, that's off the field. Brings such a great energy to our building every single day. And he's the ultra competitor as far as when he steps in between the white lines. Very few people are able to do the things that he's able to do. But it's how he goes about his business, how he works, how he pushes his teammates to get better. Justin Jefferson's a huge part of this organization.
Everything Kevin O'Connell said is true, which is like, why wouldn't you pay that guy? But the longer this carries on for, the more questions of like, what the hell is Minnesota going? What is Minnesota doing? That's why that storyline is going nowhere. And two, like, there's a real debate. Like, there's no debate with Justin Jefferson, right? The only reason why we'd be talking about it a lot is why isn't Minnesota doing this obvious thing? For Tua, there's a real debate. Pay him or not pay him? I wouldn't. I would not pay Tua. I would have him play out this year, and I would take it year by year. Use the franchise tag to your advantage and see if there's an upgrade available. I think Tua only gets you so far. I think when it comes to playoff football, when it comes to playing against the best teams in the league, Tua folds. He's not a quarterback to get you to a Super Bowl. He's not a quarterback to win you a Super Bowl. He's not a quarterback that can even win you multiple playoff games in a season. He's not that guy. So I think there's a real debate here if you're the Dolphins. Do you pay him or not pay him? That debate, I think, is going to fuel this summer because I don't think a deal's coming anytime soon and lead us to a lot of speculation, a lot of discussion. So third most popular summer storyline, the contract statuses of Tua and Justin Jefferson.
Number 2.
You say this man's name, and every summer it feels like, excuse me, I have some water to help my voice here. Every single summer it feels like his future is in question now. LeBron James. This is another 2-for-1. We'll be talking a lot about LeBron James's future and also Bronny James. Where will he get drafted? Will he get drafted? I think this is the biggest one. How does Bronny's landing spot, whether it's through the draft or signed as a free agent, how does that impact where LeBron is going to end up? That's going to be the storyline because there's no doubt about it. LeBron James has a player option this year. He's opting out. Every single expert, every single insider you listen to and respect and read, they all say the same thing. LeBron is opting out. I don't think LeBron is going to leave the Lakers, but I do know, or I feel very confident saying he is absolutely 100% going to opt out his player option and become a free agent, which then just sparks the controversy of, is LeBron going to want to play with this kid? Is LeBron going to want to go where Bronny, goes? And when you're an unrestricted free agent, you can do as you please. Go wherever the hell you want to go. And I think LeBron knows that, and I don't think he's going to be in any sort of rush to sign with the team. This is, I think, going to drag out. It's a big, already kind of interesting point we're talking about now, and there's mock drafts out there with Bronny. Where's he going to go? This is going to be a storyline that's going to dominate the summer. Where's LeBron going, and where does Bronny go, and does that mean that LeBron could leave the Lakers and go to X? Go to this team, go to that team. That's going to be a very interesting storyline to watch. I think Bronny goes elsewhere. I think LeBron opts out, re-signs to the Lakers. But we will be talking about that a ton.
Number 1.
The biggest summer storyline of 2024. Dak Prescott's contract situation. This is going to, I think, dominate the airwaves. It's going to be talked about a lot here on the Infinity Sports Network. It is not going away anytime soon. Here is why. Number 1, Jerry Jones loves the attention. He knows this is a big storyline. Dak going to the final year of his deal. Will he get extended, or will he become a free agent? The Cowboys cannot franchise tag him. So if a deal does not get done before the end of the year, there is no way the Cowboys, if Dak does not want to be there, can keep him. He would leave for nothing. So Jerry right now is flirting with what is going to be a very interesting negotiation, because Dak knows that. Dak has a lot of leverage on his side. And we've also seen Jerry be very stingy when it comes to paying players. Like, think about it. Remember with Dak? Dak played, which was at the time unheard of, back in 2020. Guy played on the franchise tag. No franchise quarterback ever had to go into a year basically being a lame duck. Dak did. Eventually got his deal. But Jerry dragged it out as long as he could. The Ezekiel Elliott extension. Drag that out as long as he could. Jerry is not shy about putting on the dramatics and keeping his name and the Cowboys in the news, which is why I think this is going to be a storyline that dominates all summer, because we're not going to have a resolution anytime soon. And it's really interesting because, at least publicly, it sounds like Dak Prescott wants to be there, wants to get a deal done. And listen to him earlier this week talk about the thing that he cares about the least.
I don't play for money. Never have, never cared for it, to be honest with you. Would give it up just to play this game. So so I allow that to the business people to say what it's worth, what they're supposed to give a quarterback of my play, a person of my play, leader of my play, I guess you can say. And for me, it's about, as I said, control. I can control and handle that part, and the rest will take care of itself.
Dak at least says, hey, look, I'm not about the money. I want to play here, right? You just heard it from him. But still, just despite that fact, we don't have a contract extension right now between Dak and the Cowboys. It's been talked about all offseason. Both sides have said they're open to it, but we have no real movement. This is not getting solved anytime soon. It's going to be the number one storyline dominating sports this summer. So the 5 storylines I think that are going to dominate right now this summer in terms of sports will be the quarterback battle between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Who will Anthony Edwards' sidekick be? Because it can't be Karl-Anthony Towns. This contract statuses of Tua and Justin Jefferson. LeBron James' future, coupled with where his son Bronny gets drafted, and will LeBron go play with his son and leave the Lakers. And finally, the biggest storyline we'll be hitting this summer, the contract status of Dak Prescott.